spirit is spent. I believe in traveling light. I believe in traveling light. I believe in traveling light. My spirit is spent. I believe in traveling light.
should get out of there.
I believe in traveling light.
I believe I should get out of here. A little. So many ugly enemies. Now what is this? I have really no idea what's the value of stuff. Which is a good thing because it does spice things a little. But above all, I must say I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, oh. Passive. Keep it as it is. About that later. Let's pull back. Take care of the meat first. Are freezing me or something?
My spirit is spent.
Hurt a little. Boss is pretty tough. Well, my character is really weak. Sure. Be followed by minions. There we go. Take care of that. Because there was more magical guys in back. So he was tough.
I believe in traveling light.
Stuff. Wait. Be a special one. Up. Or what is the best Asian rating? That other one. Up some gems. That. Got around here. Was it of wisdom, I mean. Then my primary attack, which hit many enemies at once, is really practical in this context where there's a lot of enemies which are crawling close to me.
I believe in traveling light.
Yeah, keep believing. Okay, I seem to have cleared whole place down here. I'm really not sure why I'm fighting down here. Monster level 6. Oh, it's high level. Right level to be here. place to explore. There's no monster around, which is the weird part. But the thing is, I think that I might have come down here before. So that's probably why I might have cleared a few. Light. It's very nice. Put it on. Level 7 around here. I will use my level up. Increase my melee attacks. Increase my life. This way I will have less chance to die an early death. As you can see in this game, you can really customize your character to what you want. It can character can be so varied that it's kind of crazy. That's why many people are really excited about that game. So that there's so much variety that you can end up having that every character build can be unique. Okay. That's on. Prioritize killing the woman.
My spirit is spent.
Fortunately, those skeletons are not as tricky to kill as those from Dark Souls. We're a pain. The game doesn't work for you, perhaps try another region. Might fix it. Some server might be in high demand. For me, it did not work, but I switched the server and started working. The solution to your problem. What? Lot of zombies, but skeleton. I killed zombie at the beginning. Seems that they decided to start with the usual zombie apocalypse early on. Crystal are leveling up. Not sure what I'm doing around here, but just exploring. Pretty much it. Figure out what's my quest later on.
I believe in traveling light.
Probably should go back to town and empty all this. Let's see. Do I have? What do I have? Town portal or something? I'm not really familiar with all the different stuff I'm carrying. I'm sure you will forgive me about it. Game just came out. That. There's a totem here. Get rid of that.
My spirit is spent.
I probably did boost somehow the Your fireball be useful, but much of a magical guy, but then seem to prefer real weapon. Which is ranking up. Not sure how you can actually train up your crystal. That's kind of an unusual notion. If anybody has an explanation for it, feel free to tell me. Oh, level 8. Closer here. Speed or strength? Go with that XP. Or how fast you can end up attacking it. Oh, good. Found a waypointing. By the way. I'll go back into town. I'll sell some stuff that I don't really need. And then we'll be fine. Back here.
Be careful.
Items that I don't need at all. Probably should identify them first though. Try that. Roll of wisdom. Much better than sell this. I'm not even sure that it's as good now. What am I using? What is this? 5 per yard. 29. 17 maximum life. 8 fire resistance. Lightning resistance. 4 physical damage. 7 armor. Armor. Oh, this one will reflect to the attacker. Might be a little. Okay, I'll just our official. That one seemed to have more armor, so I'll keep it. I'll sell the other one. Warrior level 10. I'm not level 10. Before life. Useful for the future, perhaps. That buckler. Really interested in buckler at the moment. Compare this weapon here. Don't have the dexterity necessary. This is 410. Here it's 419, but I don't have the level for it. About here. 23. Get rid of that. These seem to be a weapon made for dexterity, which I don't really have at the moment.
Can I help?
I will sell those items. And we will get better items as we progress. That's usually how those games work. I'll keep this one. Go. I accept. Bye. I will go into my stash and I will move everything there. I'll move everything. This way I'll be able to pick up more stuff. This is all those games are about. Picking up random stuff everywhere from monsters. Yes. Go there. The good news is that I won't have to kill everything again. Very fortunate. A big explosion. It did not even hurt me. Pretty scary. Cannibals here. I should get rid of the totem.
My spirit is spent.
Raining totem. Hear that? Dead end. Need to go up. Not too sure where I'm going there. A bit of a maze. Actually, that's not a maze at all, but catch my drift. Just following the coast. I don't know where I'm going there. Hello to people which are just joining in on the live broadcast. Make sure to tell me who's there. Sure to also ask me any question you would like to know that I might have the answer, although it's very likely that I won't have any answer. Wow, that's a big totem already. I probably should pull back. Yes, there was just too much electricity in the air. So, enemies of orb segmentation. Or what's the point of that? But let's hope that that totem doesn't spawn more enemies. This is apparently a false god. Let's pick up everything that's dropped. Yes, there. Hopefully it's good stuff. Check what it is later. Or skeleton here. Or both transmutation. This is really a game where you have a lot of element which can modify the way you play. There are so many items, I suppose, that be very tricky to shape your character toward what you like. Can likely take a long way. Well, let me know what's that. An orb which I can rank up. Suppose that my job right here is to simply clear a bunch of totem around the place. That's a lot of skeleton. Like a graveyard around here. Lots of bowmen as well. Might as well get rid of them first. They can attack me from anywhere. So far, skeleton don't seem to be much of a danger to my character. I don't even have to heal up. So far. Only when I am the boss, which forced me to heal up. They're healing up now. Starting to be a concern.
I believe in traveling light.
So many skeleton. They're reproducing or something? Yeah, the beta of this game has been out for a while now. But I decided to feature it a little since it's now officially released. And probably in its not necessarily final state since it's an MMO, but I guess their choice for balancing and everything is now as close as possible to the final stage of this game, since this is the release version. How am I enjoying the game so far? Well, that's a good question. I'm not that much into RPGs, so for me, RPGs are too much about the character and too little about the player, I find. But I decided to just give this game a try for now, because many people have told me a good word about it. I don't need that thing. Do I? But I find that RPGs, up to a certain point, it's a kind of game that your character doesn't need the player at a certain point. And it's a lot about kind of tactical choice, yeah, because you need to choose the kind of attack or define your character over time. But I find that RPGs are, up to a certain point, a little too much about the character and a little too, well, a little too little about the player, what I want to say.
My spirit is spent.
Because sure, you need some skill to beat some enemies, because need to use the right combination or character right, but your character which beat the boss, it's not necessarily your. So that's a bit a vision of RPGs, and this is an RPG which seemed very similar to Diablo. Of course, this RPG has a lot of customization element, which is very nice for that type of game. But this is still a game which focuses a lot on developing your character and make him good as opposed to make you good. I don't know if the beta player have received anything, the final version, but this is a character I started in the beta, so essentially, if you started in the beta, you have a jump start over other players, which are just started now, because you already have access to it in the beta, as far as I know. There's a pass here that I was very lucky to find. Although it doesn't seem to do anything interesting.
I believe in traveling light.
Ooh, wolf. That. Dogs. Dune alien. Okay. I find that I'm killing a large amount of enemies, and so far, I think level 8, so I guess I'm fine. I'm probably maybe. So now I'm level 9, so might be a little too strong for the area, but will be a little surprising. That in solo level leveling up will make such a difference. But so far I don't find that particularly challenging. I think that's a bit of a problem. Because the thing is that in that kind of game, you're in a challenge against most enemies, and then you end up fighting a boss which is impossible. Not a boss, but like you end up lowering your guard.
My spirit is spent.
So you're killing an enormous amount of enemies, but in the end, it's only the boss which are, let's say, dangerous. I guess I should get rid of those. Yeah, those enemies are rather weak. Be a bunch of sheep by the sound of it. Very strange enemies. Kill those shaman guys. Be the priority. As the other one don't seem to do that much damage overall. So that fire on the ground seems to have done some damage. At least those enemies are starting to be tougher. Ooh, blue skeleton. Very mean. Guess perhaps I should pull back and resupply a little my mana. Like this. Or we'll better shape too. Of those bowmen of flame. Back again. Although I don't have any more mana bottle. Well, I guess all I'm doing mostly is they take tactical choice about what my character is supposed to do. What I do for the most part. I'm just choosing pull back or advance, and then nothing happened. And what are your thoughts for those that actually played that in beta? What's TL2? Might have a memory blank there. To be the last blue skeleton there.
Even traveling light.
Kill 2.
My spirit is spent.
Kind of funny that my character is burning and no problem. Well, my skin can handle it. I'm not sure I'm going the right way here. Coming back on my tip. Need to go up. Oh, great. There's a big guy over there. Guys, seem to be using fire arrows. My character doesn't seem to care much about. Torchlight 2. Actually, I do have Torchlight 2. I did play it a few times. But as I said, RPGs are not that much in my style somehow. I used to play RPGs perhaps back in the days of Diablo 1. I did play Dungeon Siege 1, which I did enjoy. I think Dungeon Siege 1 was the RPG I did enjoy the most. And I don't know why. But other RPGs, I have a hard time keeping my interest. Even Diablo 3 kind of fell short. I think I did not even... I did finish Diablo 3, but in co-op, so I skipped an enormous amount of content, I suppose. And I ended up not coming back to see that content again. As a result of this, I think my conclusion on Diablo 3 was that I wasn't particularly interested in it. I'm giving a try to this Path of Exile, but I'm not sure that will keep my interest. So you guys might have some convincing. Make me play this some more. For example, tell me what's interesting later on in the game. If you have any subject. What's the point in playing those games? Because sometimes I wonder. For example, Mountain Blade is an RPG, and that's a kind of RPG which I really enjoy. Really cool the way it works. And just the fact that it's relying a lot on the player capacity as opposed to just the character. If you're a good player at Mountain Blade, you can beat very strong enemies. I'm sure you can do the same in an RPG like this, but in the end, it's a lot your character which determine how good you are, as opposed to you. Getting rid of stuff here. I'm not really looking at stats. Perhaps I should look at base, keep the important stuff, and then go sell it into the town. So yeah, I do have Torchlight, but it did not keep my attention. And I think, I don't remember, but I don't think I did the videos of it. I did try to make one though, but I never really published it. Those fireball hurts. Eliminate those guys. I'm burning! Oh wait.
I believe in traveling light.
Okay. You remember... I have now. Yeah, I can burn them as well. Forget about it. I'm really rusty. I did play this a few weeks ago, but I did not play that much, so I'm not really good at this. Ew. Should not check the chat while I'm fighting. Bad habit of mine. Guys are all isolated. That should be much easier to get rid of them. Really like their kamikaze or those explosions. My strength. Portal scroll. Perhaps I should use that. Go sell stuff. Or put stuff in my chest. Let's do that. Portal. Yeah. Portation. Go there. Now this is the part where you can see the MMO aspect of the game. You can see that most of the people around here are actually players. So that's an interesting part. You can team up around here and then teleport together where you need the assistance. Not sure how many players can play together, but seems to be enough to have some organizations online. Get rid of all the junk I have. We'll just keep the unidentified stuff so I can identify them. I really did some junk here. I'll get rid of. What kind of mod is there for Torchlight that make it much more interesting? Because I did not really follow all this, but is there any mod that you would recommend? For me or other people that might want to get back into Torchlight 2? Because I know that Torchlight 2 is actually one of the most played game on Steam. Like in the top 10 or something last time I checked. Which I find rather surprising. Because and it's kind of nice because this is a game which is, as far as I know, well, it was indie, so it was an independent game, and it ended up putting all the other MMOs in. Not really, but just stood out. It's a good thing. Let's see the armor there. Rely on shield though. Might as well sell it. Okay, shoes. 11 armor. %. What is that? Wait. Oh, this one has a lot of stats. Very good against different kind of magic, but it has less armor than the other. Well, I have no best. And the shield, I might as well just sell it. Sure. Well. Oops. We forgot to make the deal. Put everything else and identify those stuff here. Probably bad. I picked that up a long time ago. Now we'll sell that junk. It's really a game, like all game of that type, which is a lot about junk management. Accumulate an enormous amount of junk and then you sell it. But the cool part about this is that you don't sell it against money. You sell it against items. Those items can probably serve you later on, but I'm not that far in the game. What I'm doing. And I'm pretty sure that there's some people at some point which will watch this video and shake their head about go back to the teleportation field here. So Synergies mod, LAO 2.0 community class mod pack, and Templar Paladin. What are those mod doing actually? What kind of modification is it? Does it really change the whole game? Or am I going for prison? Back to the darknet.
It's to be a cage fight then.
Cage fight. Oh yeah. I guess my character is adapted to cage fight. He has 2 sword, good in melee. That chest. Junk again. Stuff which is magical. Oh, back in the zombie world. Roll, that's always useful. I wish that in this game there will be an animal like in Torchlight. I haven't met him, but you know, an animal like in Torchlight allowing you to send your stuff back into town and from there sell it without necessarily you having to go there. That will be nice. Maybe it's possible later on in the game. Really, for me to know. That thing looks. Oh, it's even reviving dead. That's right. If they keep reviving like fallen enemies all the time, that might not be a good idea. Push them. I'll burn them. Drink some mana stuff. Put some more crap. So I might have done an error. Oh good, I cannot use my own trap against myself. The good news. Enemies to be reviving everything. Maybe quite a bit. Fire stuff. But I suppose I should really kill that. Because he's reviving those undead here. I think I need to stop attacking those undead. And then sneak around and kill that guy. But I don't seem to be able to target him. Part. Ah, there we go. I wasn't able to target him though. Or if it's a bug or a feature. Hey, freedom. How it's going today. Yeah, actually, this is very much like Diablo. They're saying that it's like Diablo, but it's better than Diablo. And the reason for that you can customize your character quite a bit. And your character can really become a kind of unique character because there's so many ways to customize him that you end up having quite a lot of choice. For example, let's go into that. Let's see. Oh. Oh well, next time I'll level up. But there's a huge, enormous tree of skill. So that means that I don't. Well, I'm not playing on a PvP server here. I don't think I am actually. But I suppose that you can really customize your character to your liking, and that means that whether you meet other players, friend or foe, you end up into an unexpected meeting because it can be anything in terms of statistic.
My fans in Orient will
I will get there, by the way. Ranked up. Gotta make that stuff. Necromancer. Can I attack with that? Oh yeah. Check that again. Ah, that's because I no longer have that.
I believe in traveling light.
I was wondering why I couldn't. Can even do magic. Magic. Need to automate that necromancer. Yeah, the skill tree is kind of epic. Like the other day while playing Rome Total War, I was like, oh wow, the technology tree is it's pretty small. And then you look at the Path of Exile technology tree, or let's say ranking up stuff, huge. Oh, it's a kind, and that's a free game. They did put quite a bit of effort. Of course, that's an RP. Always do. Just wish that old technology tree or skill procession. Yeah, can speak today. Skill progression. That's the word. Will be like that. Now let's rank up this character and look at that. Skill tree is that big. Okay, and you can go where you want. So, by something. Yeah, I guess if you're a big fan of RPGs, I think Path of Exile seem to be probably a very good choice because first of all, it's free, so there's no economical reason not to play it. And secondly, if you like stuff like Diablo, so far that's really similar. So if you're a big fan of RPG stuff, that seemed to be a very proper game to get into that. Really does play the same as Diablo. So if you're used to that, you feel lost at all. Feel the same. Will we one day ever see your face? I don't know. I cannot tell you the future. I only live in the present. We'll see when we get there. What else could it? Oh, not only do they look mean, but they freeze. Danger. Trap on him. Yeah, that thing looked meaner. Starting to flee in the wrong way. Avoid this. Let's do whatever we can around here. While we avoid a little the kind of bus there. Am I from Norway? No, actually I'm a Canadian. And my native language, the French. Which doesn't mean I'm French, I'm Canadian. Is that here we are about 49 million francophone who speak French. What you hear is a French accent. Somehow. Okay, let's get back to that boss down there. I need to kill him. Now let's level up. Speed. Point. We'll probably also modify my equipment here to re-include that dual strike feature, which is very neat. What's that? Fire trap, that's all. Need something which will allow me to have that crystal there. Vision rating. Fire 9. 32.
Need to be a little more deft to use this.
Yeah, I can. No space to put green crystal. Guess I will have to perhaps kill my enemy with traps. Okay. Damaging that. Follow me. He's a nice skeleton or something, but he seems much more in fire lately. Fire.
My spirit is spent.
Find some. Okay, he's about to die. Still has some punch.
I believe in traveling light.
Yep, but I don't. Period. Works at least. You cannot argue with this guy. Do I still play Red Orchestra 2? Not. Because for some reason Red Orchestra 2 is a game which I think it's kind of nice, especially the last one with Rising Sun and everything. But it's also a very frustrating because there's a lot more dying than living in that. And while you can say that, oh, you just have to be careful and play methodically. Yes, that's true, but at the same time, it's very tricky to do so. I feel that the satisfaction of killing your enemy is smaller than the frustration of dying. Why? For me, while I do appreciate the game, I have a tendency to protect myself from it by not playing it much. I might actually get back into it. I think I have installed it. It's still there, but I might actually get back to it or give it a try again. Because sometimes it can be interesting to give it a try after. But I suppose that by now everybody which is playing Red Orchestra 2 is like amazing sniper or something. Can snipe you 1,000 meter with this pistol. Which is also one problem when you're not necessarily playing one single game sometime, especially one like that. You can end up with players which are so good that it's hard to catch up.
I believe in traveling light.
That's why I believe that the best time to play a game is just come out. Which is what I did, and I did pretty good videos. Oh yeah, necromancer, diabolist. Difference between a necromancer and diabolist, or they look the same.
My spirit is spent. I believe in traveling light.
Freezing plays, they keep freezing me. Yeah, there. Area secured. I'll read the comments now. Uh, what will I like to be called? Well, the thing is that, that's a big question of identity, which I had ample occasion to be thinking about. And the thing is, for most people, if you say, oh, Quebecois, like, what's that? Well, I'm somebody from the province of Quebec in Canada, which is Quebec, so
I believe in traveling light.
it leads to a lot of explanation. Then if you say I'm a French Canadian, uh, which actually it is true, but it's not that true anymore because of how history went. But if you say that you're a French Canadian, usually the reaction worldwide is, "Oh, so you're a French that you're born in France and you live in Canada now." So that's not a really appropriate description, and for people which don't necessarily know Canada, that lead to that, which is not the expected reaction when you introduce yourself. So I think the best way to describe me is as a Canadian to a worldwide audience, but if you're a Canadian, you'll say that I'm a Quebecer. Your name. Skeleton? I don't even think. They are starting to drain me some of my eel. Get away from me. Go. What of you? Trying to freeze me. Okay, reading comments again. Read a game is quite frustrating. Feel like since it when seems like the skills required is greater than most shooter, obviously it is a difficult one. Yeah, it's clear freedom that Red Orchestra 2 is different from the original one. I think the first one kinda was less frustrating, and it was I think it was kinda cool for what it was. It was very different from the newer one. But I guess this is up to a certain point a kind of choice in design that they did, because I think they want well, it's that new tendency with games to be much darker, and this is example right here, where they just put a kind of darker tone to everything, and as a result of this, games are a little. Are those necromancy? They are by everything. And it's clear, yeah, that Red Orchestra 2 is very difficult to master. And it's the kind of game that if you only play that kind of game, then you'll be good. But if you're like me and you're extremely unstable in the kind of game that you play, it's really hard to be good in so many different games. So if a game require or has a requirement of attention which is higher than other games, well then you end up thinking twice before wanting to actually play the game again. And it's not necessarily that the game is bad, it's just that to enjoy yourself, it's so much of a commitment. And I think another good example of that is probably Mountain Blade Warband in multiplayer. I mean the vanilla experience, where if you want to be good now, it's so much training to be as good as some people which are playing that non-stop that you end up not necessarily wanting to play anymore because you know that you will get completely owned. And same goes with a game like Metaphor Soul Squad in multiplayer. The thing is that if you play that game a lot, you end up so good that you'll be hard to defeat by normal people which play multiple things. And that's why I'm not that much of a fan to go play those games in multiplayer again, even though I used to be pretty good. It's just that I'm so rusty that I know that I probably don't stand a chance, and thus it won't be necessarily exciting to play or to experience this. So this is why some games are much easier to get into, and why I'm not necessarily recording videos of some games where I used to be good. Uh, because sometimes some games, it's just too much of an investment in time and energy to get back at it and be good at it. At the same time, when I'm good at something, usually I get tired of it because there's no more challenge. So I like to experience new things non-stop. I might go back to Red Orchestra 2, perhaps, but I will not guarantee it to you. And also there's other games. For example, I'm thinking about getting a Battlefield 4, so I'm not sure if you guys will be interested to see some of that. I also thought about different other games, for example, I don't know if you guys know about Planetary Annihilation. I might be look into that depending if I feel an interest from you guys. What else did I? Oh, there's multiple games which are coming out. But I must say, I'm not really uh, excited by many games which are coming. I find it a little depressing. Because, yeah. What are the games you guys are looking to? Because right now, I'm looking at the games which are coming out and not particularly excited or interested, and it's more of the same in any case. And there's no games which are breaking ground. So if you guys know anything about any games which I might not know that might interest me, make sure to tell me because I'd be very interested into that. I just wish there was a new Mountain Blade kind of discovery that I could make videos of. But at the moment, rather disappointing. But I'm disappointed by most of the games which are announced. That place seemed time to use the strategy of burning everything again. Trouble that I have in this small square is the fact that main enemy, which is the guy here, reviving everybody. Kill him. Trouble is the more you move around, the more spawn enemies, I suppose. What I like in this game, though, is the fact that you never really run out of potion. That's good. Yep. The refill, I am not sure from what. Oh, look, that bottle is refilling itself.
My spirit is spent.
Pick up more junk here.
Traveling light.
Skeleton around the place. Alright, so skeleton. I guess those skeleton invasion. There's some that there must be a grave nearby. Wonder what kind of enemy or boss there will be here. So far I've been killing quite a few. Necromancer, which seem to be the main boss. Crap. Great blue people. Oh, there's even one in there.
I believe in traveling light.
Actually, War of the Rose was kind of a game that was a little disappointing. I think it's a game where it's kind of frustrating, and when you kill an enemy, it's mostly because of your loadout. Well, that's what I felt like.
I believe in
I
traveling
don't
light.
know if it's really the case anymore. I haven't played in a while, but it wasn't as nice as let's say played in turn. This is a little disappointing because it could have been a great game. I'm sure there's many people which are enjoying it, but in my case, it did not really pass the test of my taste. Okay, reading comments. Okay, that's good. You guys would like to see Battlefield 4? I think we'll probably get into that. Europa Universalis comes out quite a few times. Each time I ask about that, I probably should see what I can do about that, get into that maybe. It's just that I'm not sure how many of you will be interested in seeing that. It's a very intellectual challenge more than a visual challenge, so I'm not sure what's the thrill into it in terms of watching videos as opposed to living it. So please explain. As for planetary annihilation, well, I'll see about it. I gave it a try, but from what I understand, there's still a few issues with the balance at the moment. So, but I'm looking forward to that game being released, and or that when it will be out, it might be an entertaining game to either watch or discover for people which are not aware of what it is. Because I'm not sure there's that many people which. And he's cut it. More skeleton in here than you used to be population in Middle Age. Where am I going? But sure. Not, I don't even know what's my. To be honest. I just know that there's a skeleton which is attacking me, and that means kill him. But I've told them that I came in peace. I've been. But I've worked first place. Might have saved me from bashing quite a few skeletons.
I believe in traveling light.
I'm really filled with stuff. Going to town and sell all that junk which I don't know what for. Hey, selling item. I think I'll probably sell to another character. Just see if they offer something else.
Greetings.
So 35. Long sword. Pretty good, but wait, oh, that's a bad one. Evasion, I don't have dexterity. Simple robe. Identify it. Where intelligence. Character has no intelligence whatsoever. So identify all the stuff around here. What are these? Useful actually. 12, 9, 7. Home energy. Oh, that's hard. Voice. Go with it. Oh, actually, I cannot. Why is that? strange. That. Sell that. Since that pair of gloves don't want to go in there, I will sell it as well. Will bury its punishment. I have a unload my inventory into my stash. There. Poured myself back down there. Roll of wisdom. Or skeleton. Skeleton should be a very weak. It is, but it would be even. A Diabolist. Probably. I watch football and soccer. Nope. I used to play soccer, but I did not really made much of a commitment to that. Here we're more into hockey. But even there, I'm not really. Well, usually it's like hockey in Canada is a religion nearly, but I'm not really into that, so I cannot even tell you most of the Canadian teams in hockey. So. Not a particularly good representation to the average Canadian. I'm more into video game, and don't ask me to watch somebody else play video game because usually that puzzles my mind. I cannot stand it. I'm more a doer than a watcher. That make any sense? Okay, well, dead end. Literally. Oh, wait, that's the point of the game. Why not stream on my main channel? Well, that's because Attila Gaming Network will become my main channel. Just that because it's a partnered channel, while Attila 16 isn't. Essentially, future is here. The way to put it. Hopefully, with the help of my viewer, this will get more popular. I mean, where am I going now? Map is helping.
My spirit is spent.
So I guess that you can define Attila 16 as being forever an independent, well, yes, since he's no partner, so he's uncorruptible. So he's like a paragon of virtue. Where am I going? Okay, there I suppose. Follow the trail of blood. Usually what happens in video games. Ah, done.
An exile here.
Hey Dragon, what's going today?
Make sure you tell our host that piety of Theophilus
Quite a few area in this. Oh, it's jail. Which is filled with dead skeleton. Not even dead people. They're dead skeleton. Yeah, I know about the DLC. It's nomadic tribes. I gave it. Watch. I have it, but I did not really give it much of a try because I looked at the kind of units that the DLC contain, and it's all cavalry stuff. And having an army which is only made of cavalry is not necessarily exciting. Maybe it's you can rely on auxilia, I suppose, for infantry. But the thing is that when you look at the all playable faction mod, same, and you have access to more stuff. So I don't see why I will bother with the DLC that only gives me cavalry units. A faction which are not particularly interesting anyway. And let's say that so far in Rome 2, the faction I enjoy the most is the Roman. So that's a bit of a problem. I'll say that it did cross my mind to even start another campaign with Rome. Would that guy see me? I suppose that I will need strategy.
Let me embrace you.
Yes, yes. Burn like the others. Okay. A maximum amount of traps you can put. Here. Load. What about traps?
Come.
How to defeat the enemy without even touching directly.
Let me embrace you.
What kind of voice is that? Come on, step on those traps so that we get on with. He's called Lord, no, Brutus, Lord of Incarcerator. Hey, my traps did not load.
My spirit is spent.
His blood, which is or something.
Come. Let me embrace you.
I'm playing this like a range unit or something.
Come. Let me embrace you.
Where sometimes my traps don't explode. Oh, I teleported there.
Come.
Straps all over the place. Okay, let's use my sword a little for the show. But people cannot say that I'm a total coward there. Anyway, in strategy, there's
Let
no
me
cowardice.
embrace you.
You can do whatever you want. Maybe I'm taking too long to kill that guy, though. The aspect on which I might get judged.
Skill beats
Ooh, got an
size
achievement.
every time.
Decided.
I believe in traveling light.
Yes, travel light then. Okay, let's see. Do I have a scroll to teleport my stuff? No, I don't. We'll just go away with what we get. The thing is that the 2016 channel, you can say that it's like an identity, which is like the good old YouTubers back in 2006. So I guess he will be stuck in that situation since forever. What do you mean the game crash? Why is that? What did you do? Monster. Report back to town, sell everything. Come back. Make sure choose another region if your game crash. That might fix it.
For some, death is welcomed with open arms.
There's a different regional server for the game, so that if you switch between different servers, it might resolve the problem.
Surviving in Rayclast is a simple matter.
First of all, I guess I suppose I should identify what I picked up. $37 energy shield. And what do we have here? 62 armor. Not sure what's the best, but he has an opinion on that. I'm not particularly used to RPG, so then the higher number is the better. If staff. I have so much stuff to identify. I need a spin. Drag.
Can't
Replay.
quite get my head around this one.
We'll sell it. Boarding X. What to do with that? It's strange how I pick up stuff which is not even good. Maybe this be good, but I don't have the level for it, so I might as well sell it.
Be careful.
I will sell everything I picked up. Yep. Yeah, it appears so. Okay, let's do I have any description of what my quests are at the moment? Mission 1. With that guy?
The warden's finally.
Leap Slam. Jump into the air, damaging enemies with your main hand where you land. Fire an axe, mace, sword, staff. everything. Shield charge. I don't have a shield. That. Lightning projectile. Get that, like arrows, hatred. To help the ally. Seem a little more useful, but that require dexterity. So I don't really have dexterity at the moment. Suppose shockwave totem might be useful. Summon a totem that shake the earth around it, knocking back and damaging nearby enemies. Does that seem a useful tool when you're in bad situation? Puncture. Puncture the target, causing a bleeding debuff. While bleeding, they take damage over time based on how much damage was dealt in an initial hit. Bleeding deal more damage while they move. Okay. I'm interesting though. Let's pick that up, but that's green. Green. Don't have much space in green. Only red stuff. Yeah, I'll go for something red. I'll go with green stuff. Who doesn't like the green? Fire trap, that's useful. Which that? Put there. Yes, I will put back this. The koi totem. We'll use that. Bring back old armor. R2 on it. Let's teleport to Prisoner Gate. Now, let's find a way out. Sheep which are jumping on me. Yeah, he doesn't fire fireball, he fires electricity.
My spirit is spent.
Okay. What can I do now? What am I doing here? Prisoner Gate, over difficulty, level 11, third league for the location. Doesn't tell me my mission, sadly. That those enemies fire or something? But they explode in fire when you kill them or something? Yeah. Island. Oh, that's a mean beast. The animals which explode when you kill them. Lapis amulet. That intelligence. Yeah, those bees explode when you kill them. Fair. Point. What are these creatures? Look like stuff from Alien. More sheep. The kind of strange to just fight through and hear all those sheep complaining. That did hurt. So I guess each time I kill one of those animals, I need to pull back. Because otherwise I burn. Our decoy totem is now ready to level up. Great. Kinda weird that the gem level up.
My spirit is spent.
Sheep. Ah. Where is he? Great alien. Really hope there will be more interesting enemies than that. Are they shooting? It's animals which are throwing rocks at me now. I think I will go home. Beach doesn't seem friendly at all. I think they really should make RPGs which will have less AI, well, enemy density. Because I never saw any place in the world where there is so many enemies at all. Like every step you risk dying, and there's
I believe in traveling light.
enemies which explode like that. It's stuff. That there, that here. Up that shield. I really feel like that game will require me to educate myself a little if I keep playing at this, because there seems to be so much stuff that you can customize that it's overwhelming. I guess that's the whole charm of RTS, but RPG.
I believe in traveling light.
More chests with more junk in it. What I find original in RPGs is that you have different color coding for items, and it's like if it's gray, it means it's bad. If it's blue, that means it's magic. If it's gold or something else, means that it's special or something.
My spirit is spent.
And you pick up so much. Well, not necessarily pick up, but you just find so much stuff which is not magical, and then you end up not necessarily picking it up. And ultimately, why do they even bother showing that to us? Because you never pick them up anyway. I guess in some game you can customize items, but for the most part, we'll end up customizing your good items, I suppose. I just died because that enemy was too strong. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about my traps. Yeah, I should have done that. But the guy is made of fire. I'm not sure if a trap of fire would have helped much. But he has a theory about it. Setting all that stuff here. Go again. I did try the original Guild War. I never tried the second one. They made a public beta or something, but you could register for it. I did. Never got a copy, so I did. Well, that must be a message. Not for me. But I'm not that much into RPG. Just playing this out because this is just released. I want to give it a good try. I played it a little in the beta, but I wanted to see how it was as a final product. I also want to see if there's anybody which is interested in that kind of game in my viewers. So that's why. Testing my audience right here. Hope you feel tested. Guys are loading for what they are made. Island Hellion. Can that be hyper explosive cells? Told you not to modify those plant, you know? Look what it did. Time you eat genetically modified food, ask yourself some questions. You end up an exploding creature? I will not know. With Scalp the Destroyer. Be much more destroyable than the other enemy that killed me earlier. At least this place is sunny. And there's plenty of food. Sheep to kill. Burning. Yeah, I think in terms of RPGs, I don't know if you guys ever tried Dark Soul, but I think I'm a little more into Dark Soul style of RPGs because in Dark Soul, sure it's kind of RPG, but it's a lot relying on you learning about the enemy. Enemies can literally be a boss, even the weakest one. And no matter what level your character is, some enemies can still beat you. While in this, it's a lot about, well, you know, my character is awesome, so try to beat it. Doesn't matter how well I play or not. Try flaming stuff. But I think RPGs like Dark Soul kind of more interesting than RPGs like Diablo, because even though Dark Soul is a lot about learning how the AI move, kind of attack you can do on them, I think it gives you a kind of more rewarding experience because it's you which are beating the enemy. It's not necessarily your character. Clear that your character, the higher level he is and the better equipped he is, it will help you, but you can still beat every enemy with a fairly low level character. Not recommended. Apparently you can even beat the game at level 1. Or level 0, I should say. The reproduction rate of those sheep is too high. Surface of dirt. I hope that future generation will have the sheep that we have now and will be thankful for me killing all this. Keep that fireball and lightning safe. Good farming environment. small bosses. Taking a risk here. Because I'm simply ignoring all the enemies around. Bearded shaman or something? Oh. They fly? Actually, they jump. It really did look like he was like a bird falling on me. Away, small creature. Yeah, actually did a few videos of Skyrim on Attila Gaming Network at some point. Skyrim was a fine RPG, but I think the main flaw of it is that I had played Oblivion, which was, let's say, if you never played Oblivion and you play Skyrim, then you'll be happy. But if you played Oblivion and you play Skyrim after, might be a little less satisfied because, well, Oblivion did define kind of style, and Skyrim is an extension of that. So when you play Skyrim, you already saw kind of the originality of Bethesda when it comes to this world, and as a result to that. Skyrim is a little less satisfying, but I'm pretty sure that if you start in Skyrim and then you move to Oblivion, you will be disappointed by Oblivion. So, but I think it's the freshness of Skyrim which wasn't there for me, and that's why I did not appreciate Skyrim as much as many other people, because I did enjoy Oblivion. And Skyrim was also kind of dark. I think Oblivion was a little more colorful and joyful. It was a fun experience. There was also many quests which were really hilarious. And in Skyrim, I don't remember any quest which was hilarious. Like fun humor, but...
I believe in traveling light.
But I think in terms of Bethesda work, personally, I preferred Fallout, which I found to be really funny. It was a great narrative and a lot of unexpected stuff and stuff that made no sense at all. It was really fun. Yeah, that was probably one of the best. I think maybe even better than in terms of narrative and storytelling. Because it was just so funny. And it's not a game that took itself seriously. Like, for example, Skyrim, I think it's too serious. And even Oblivion doesn't feel as serious. Like, oh, the Dragonborn. But what if I don't want to be there? Well, you're still the Dragonborn. Okay. But it's clear that Bethesda has... I like that kind of RPG as well. I think it's fun type. Because once again, it's a lot about how the player plays as opposed as how good your character is. The character leveling up is like a bonus. It's not the main way of playing. While the RPG you see here, it's and Diablo series is also a game where it's the character which define how good you are. And it's not necessarily yourself. It's how well you create your character as opposed to you being a skilled individual. Of course, there's still you play a certain part, but I feel that it's not necessarily the player that make the difference in RPG. This one. And in Mountain Blade, it's the player that does the difference. No matter how high ranked you are, if you make a false move, you get completely owned. Same with Oblivion. It's Skyrim. cheap. They even come in blue. 3 died cheap. Lion keep. Oh, it's a hell lion. Sorry. They keep exploding. There we go. Yeah, sure, you can ask whatever you want. If I have the answer, I'll provide it to you. If I don't, well, I might make one up. Some cheap. Good thing when they're blue is that when you kill them, they are no longer blue. Wonder why? Be a spell or something. Here I can rank up. Now let's see what kind of character I want to make in there. So what is this? Mana, increasing mana? I don't really. Well, actually I do. How about here? 1 hand damage goes 1 hand, but into important. 2 hand damage out. Armor and life. That might be useful. Increase in armor capacity. If I make my character kind of a tank, it might serve me well. Since I'm not really the kind of player to pull back, might as well make my character strong. Will I do some wargame videos? Well, actually, maybe, because yesterday I tried wargame again. We're just so tired of every games which were around that we give a try to wargame. I might actually get back into wargame Airland Battle. It's let's say that I have been quite a bit distracted by Rome 2. And to be honest, in terms of quality, I think, especially when it comes to the multiplayer experience, wargame is a much more refined game than Rome 2. Rome 2 is all about look at my invincible army. Hey, I have a really OP setup of troops here, which make no sense historically speaking, but it will beat you because they are statistically overpowered. Well, wargame is all about subtlety and statistic, which is much different. You can have the best troop ever, but if you don't play them well, you will lose them. Be horrible. So I might actually get into a wargame again, and I think I heard that one of the next DLC that they will release for the game will actually contain a new 10 versus 10 map, which is actually curious to see. Very happy to hear about. Because the 10 versus 10 map that is out since the release of the game, I think I did play probably over 709 rounds in it, which is a little much. I know it's not like my pocket. But hopefully with the new maps that they will release, it will be very nice. Also, they did announce that there will be another war game. I'm not sure if that will be a DLC or an expansion or a new game in itself, but it will be about China, Korea place. So that will be a very nice game to play as well. So we'll get back to wargame universe very soon, hopefully. I hope so. So when will I make a wargame video? I'm not sure when, but I think I will likely get back into that. But I'm also a little rusty at wargames. So I might have to play a few rounds just to get back not so much into tactical thinking, but more into just remastering the commands of commanding your troops accordingly to the way it should be ordered around.
I believe
So might play a few rounds before making a video just to get used again to the controls, which are no longer reflex to me. Worship graveyard. I'm glad you think that I'm good. Let's hope that when I'll get back to it, I'll be as good as I used to be. One thing is sure is that unlike many people which did wargame videos, I did take the time to understand how the game worked. I did play, as I said, 700 rounds, so I know how the game works. And while I will not pretend to be the best player ever, and that's certainly a position which I would not want anyway, I think I'm probably one of the best player. But I don't want to be the best. And I'm not saying that for bragging, but
Stuck fast in the
because unlike many players which show videos of it, sometimes they really have no clue how that works.
I hunted the veil.
And the thing is that what's really cool about wargame is how much detail and subtlety there is in it, and I really love that part of the game. Because it's all about using unit accordingly to the logic of the unit, and this is very nice. And this is a game which is so good on that aspect. And when you look at, for example, Rome 2, there's none of that subtlety at all. It's all about well, I have that super powerful unit here, which will beat everything. So. I guess wargame is just amazing. I love that. And the thing is that it's a game which is a lot about statistic, but what's fun in wargame is the fact that you don't necessarily well, even the worst unit can be useful. And that's what is important. While in a game like Rome 2, for example, if you get a bad unit, usually that will route super fast and serve that much your purpose. So it's clear that, in my opinion, especially when it comes to multiplayer, wargame is certainly the best strategic game that was released this year. Well, the thing is that also lately there's less people playing it. A little bit of a disappointment. I did notice that it takes much longer to refill a server, to fill a server, I mean. So it would be nice if there was more people playing again. And I hope that the new 10 vs 10 map will be will play a part in that and bringing back people to it. The thing is that I know there's other maps in 10 vs 10, but it's just that I really like 10 vs 10 because it's a kind of game where you're not necessarily responsible of either victory or defeat. So it's a game where you can really relax about it. If you're not that good, well, it's not that important. If you're because anyway, there's other people which are responsible for perhaps being better than you, compensate for you. So it's a relaxing experience. While playing in a smaller game, you need to be with people you know, and you need to be with people that trust judgment and that they know what they are doing. Otherwise, you'll get owned. And if you join a random game, it's very likely that the other team is organized, so they will beat you. So it's a kind of experience which I used to like in the original wargame, but it's clear that now there's too many people which are too organized and they're only playing wargame. So that means that playing smaller match is not necessarily interesting for people which are casually playing the game. And while I'm really good, I can in wargame you can only be as good as the weakest element of your team. So necessarily at some point even the best player will get owned if he doesn't have a good team with him. And in the 10 vs 10 what happened is that it's less important. So even can be super good and perform super well, but if the rest of your team is bad, you will lose, but you don't really mind because that's part of the game. I hope that I did go a little further than what was asked. Enemies seem pretty.
My spirit
Throw
is
some traps. Well, that's the kind of enemy I like. Humans. That's fun. I like humans. Monsters are boring. Ball of wisdom. And down there.
I believe in traveling light.
I really feel that I'm using the same attack again and again. Much diversity. Well, I used 2 attack more. The end of that part of the level, but I think I skipped quite a few part in the center, so I'll go back there and just make sure that I did not forget anything meaningful. Might have been a few strong enemies. Oh, waypoint that. I'll actually go back to base here and sell the stuff.
Mervale dwells in the caves beyond the wrecks.
Graveyard.
Graveyard of broken ships. Mervale's welcome.
Okay, let's identify everything first. And then I'll sell everything that I don't need. It could be a good thing, good weapon, but that's 2N. So I won't use that. What's that?
Need to
That
be a
with
little
1N? No, I
careful
cannot.
with this.
Oh. More dexterity too. I cannot use that. Pretty weird how I cannot put more gloves. Glow, need intelligence for that. I don't have. 41 strength do I still need to identify it. Have to wait. We'll sell everything I don't need. Don't plan to use a shield. Even though that's unidentified, I will sell it. Don't have the scroll anyway. So all the people you see running around here, that's actually players. And now I will actually take a break. But I think I've been doing that for quite a few minutes. Actually 2 hours. So I hope you enjoyed that live broadcast. I hope that it might have helped you discover this game. If you're a big fan of RPGs, it might worth getting into it because that's free. And if you want me to do more videos of that game, make sure to specify it in the comments. Otherwise, I will as well forget about it. There's no interest at all, and then I will probably focus myself on other games which are much more, let's say, requested from my viewers in the comments. So we'll see about that in the future. So I hope fun, and let's hope that you guys will also get more use to this live broadcasting thing. I'm not sure. I'm not really fixed on the time of the day I'll do it, so just keep a good eye open for the subscription. And make sure to go all the way down to your subscription and verify if there's anything live. We'll also probably try to plan stuff ahead, so maybe make a schedule of it. And maybe the live experience on YouTube might be more of the future for me. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you around.